Good morning, all. Let's learn some elimination techniques today. The first question says, this is 2022 question paper. The first question says, rapid financing instrument and rapid credit facilities are related to the provisions of lending by which one of the following? So he's talking about rapid. What does rapid means? Rapid means something which is fast or something which is what we call urgent. Finance is about money. Instrument is a tool. Same rapid. Credit means one sec. Credit means loan, sala, or money that has to be paid back. Facility is a advantage arrangement. Suppose we have not read anything about this, we don't know anything in the exam hall, and this question comes up. How do we come to the right conclusion? Let's see. These things are related to, again he's focusing on the term here. What is he focusing on? Credit he's focusing. He's repeating the term lending. So the entire question is focusing on the activity of lending. Option A, Asian Development Bank. Option B, IMF. Option C, UNEP Financing Initiative. Option D, World Bank. So what do you feel is the right answer among this? How to get come to the right conclusion? Right, which of the following is involved in money lending or credit facilities? World Bank. What is World Bank involved in? It is like a banker of the world, right? It is involved in development projects and all. Financing instrument. Have you heard about UNEP financing instrument? It's also UNEP is like providing money for environment cause. Environment cause. IMF and ADB. In these questions, there is a general rule. The general rule number one is, there's a rule. The rule is, when these kinds of standard questions come in, try to go for the answers which is more broader and general in nature. General in nature. ADP is too specific, right? It only limits things to Asia, so you can eliminate this. And nothing about Asia specific thing is being spoken about in the question. It is next thing is environment. It is only focusing on environment aspect. Other aspects also money may be needed. So we are now remaining with two World Bank group organizations, which is World Bank and IMF. World Bank is for actual developmental projects. This you must have basic knowledge. It comes in economy fourth pillar. There is like major institutes and what they do. What does World Bank does? What does IMF does? And there are other out of there are five institutes like this. What does it do? We just need to focus on. And since it is focusing on credit, IMF is the one which gives you credit. I'll tell you how. Like in BOP crisis, what is BOP? It was a time where we needed urgent money, right? Fast money or quick money. BOP crisis of 1991. Here the question rapid gives you a clue that something which is urgently needed. BOP crisis, India had urgently needed money. Who gave money to India during the BOP crisis? IMF comes forward. If any nations is in crisis, it gives money to such nations. So the answer is IMF and not World Bank. World Bank gives money for developmental projects, something like that, like Atal Bhujal Yojana, Indian water needs, something like that. There is something which is there is in crisis, and who lends the money? That was the focus of this question. If you hadn't got to the right answer, go with rule number one, which says go look at options which are more general in nature. Second rule is try to understand the nature of each institutions. The nature of World Bank is to give money to developmental projects. The nature of IMF is to give money to nations in crisis, or whenever there is an urgent need or rapid financing has to happen. IMF is that organization which gives. Example, in India also 1991 BOP crisis happened. IMF was the one which gave lent money to India, even for Sri Lanka also, even for Pakistan also. Reset economic crisis, IMF was the one which gives money. So all rapid financing or credit financing is done by IMF. This was like quite general in nature. If you apply these two elimination techniques and rules, you will get the answer. Next question. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following. An increase in is talking about an increase. What do you understand by nominal effective exchange rate? Let's say the effective rate of $1 to rupees is $1 is 80 rupees. that this represents an exchange rate. What is the effective exchange rate? What is nominal effective exchange rate? Let's see. Indicates that appreciation of rupee. What is rupee appreciation means? Improvement in value of the rupee. Depreciation is depreciating value of rupee. Appreciation is increasing value of rupee. Okay, an increase in real effective exchange rate indicates that improvement in trade competitive index. Increasing trend in domestic inflation relative to the inflation in other countries is likely to cause an increasing divergence between near and rare. This is near and this is rare. There is the divergence between these two lines he is trying to speak. Have you learned about GDP deflators or the ratios of nominal to real? I hope you know the basics of economy. How they, what is the nominal, what is real, what is GDP deflator, what is nominal by real, all these things. What is real GDP, what is nominal GDP, all those concepts. See, without you know, also you feel, let's say, assume that you don't know anything about the question. So what will you do? You can go to option. You can say at least not more than two statements are right. One statement is right. Also, not more than two statements are wrong. One statement might be wrong. That's why they give you 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, right? In these three, you should go ahead and see if you can spot the wrong statement. Which are the places where something can go wrong. An increase in need indicates appreciation. Increase or decrease can be swap words. Appreciation, depreciation, swap words. Increase is a swap word. And improvement and detriment or something going down is swap word. What one more elimination technique is two similar statements, one will be wrong. Look at the statement 2 and statement 1. It's like both are very similar statements, right? It starts similarly, an increase in dash indicates dash, an increase in dash indicates dash. Both are two similar statements, so at least one must be right. So let's assume that these statements usually like all want to be right, and a 3 also won't be wrong. So it has to be between B and C. This is according to elimination technique. Increase in near indicates appreciation of rupees 1 point, and increase in real indicates improvement in trade competitive index. If there is a improvement in real effective exchange rate, it's is it improvement in trade competitiveness? No, it shows that your trade competitiveness is actually bad. So you can bring it down to two options. The answer is 1 and 3. 2 is actually wrong. A decrease in read actually shows that improvement in trade currency, trade competitiveness and all. Let's say rupee value is $1 is 80 rupees. It should not fluctuate too much. It should stabilize. Isn't it good if rupee dollar is dollar to rupee ratio is like $1 is called 40 or 30 or something? There should be a defective and real effective exchange rates. This is a little bit conceptual. It is dealt in economic class. We need to understand the concept of what is nominal, what is real. These things I'm just focusing on the elimination techniques here. Whenever I'm taking like economy, I'll go in depth and tell you what is nominal, what is real, nominal GDP, real GDP, effective exchange rate, how does it happen. I just want you to focus on the way or the elimination techniques which are being involved. This question focus would be like two similar statements, one statement is wrong, something like that. That is the elimination rule here. Next question, let's go. With reference to Indian economy, consider the following. If inflation is too high, is using some kind of exaggerations here, right? It's too high. Then what does inflation is too high means? There is a lot of money which is circulating in the economy. Circulating money is too much. What does if money is too much circulating? What does RBI must do? RBI must suck the money. To suck the money, what should RBI do? RBI is likely to buy. RBI will actually will it buy or will it sell? What happens when you buy? When you buy something in the provision store, you give money into the market or the thing. It's like putting money in when you buy. Rather, you should actually sell. If you want to suck, when the moment you sell something, whatever the money which is circulating in the market will come back and sit with RBI. So this is the money which is circulating in Indian market. The idea is RBI must not put money inside. It should rather suck. To suck the money, you have to sell something. When you sell something, when you sell, you will actually get the money back, right? They will pay you back in rupees or Indian currency, and you can suck. So this statement is actually wrong. If the statement is actually wrong, 2 and 3 is the answer. If the rupee is rapidly depreciating, RBI is likely to sell dollars. Yes, when the rupee value is actually depreciating or deteriorating, that means there is too much of rupees which is in the market. So they will try to um, get that rupee quantum down, and it will start selling in the market. If interest rates in USA or Europe were to fall, that is likely to induce RBI to buy dollars. Yes. Okay. Here also this rule can be applied, right? If the rupee is depreciating, again they're talking about buying GSEC. Here they're talking about selling GSEC. Again, here also they talk about buying GSEC, buying dollars, not GSECs. But okay. But this is very much conceptual question. Okay, next one. Let's say G20 is a common framework. Consider the following. G20 has some kind of framework called as common framework. It is endorsed by G20 together with Paris Club. It's an initiative to support. Whenever they give aim, goal, initiative, the aim of this organization is to do this thing. Usually such statements will be correct. Then there is one more rule. When two or more, three or three international organizations are there, the statement is probably wrong. But what happens here is, here only he has given G20. He has repeated G20 here. He has not given two or three different international organizations. Rather, what he has done is, he has just given one organization. When single organization is there, you should be very careful. There's high chances that when single organization is there, it can be right. So the answer is C, which is both 1 and 2. Here, to confuse you, he has repeated the G20, which was he has given here. He has given it again. Next, let's do five in each video. With reference to Indian economy, what advantages does India index inflation bond? Let's say if you have 100 rupees, inflation in that year is 4. So this year's 100 is equal to next year's 104. Rather, if you put it in bank gives you 7% interest. That is like 7, right? 107. You 100 after interest, it will become 107. Here, what is the actual profit you are getting? Are you getting from 100 to 107 or from 104 to 107? You're getting from 104 to 107, right? Because inflation itself is higher. It's pushing the value of the money. So the real thing is, this thing is a nominal thing. This is actually the real value of money. This is a nominal value of money. So 104 to 107, you are ideally getting like 3 rupees profit, only that much. So that is a indexing bonds, inflation indexing bonds. Inflation indexing bonds, irrespective of how much inflation is happening, plus on that money, that much interest will be there. If 104 becomes, they'll say after 104 I'll give you 5 rupees, like saying, or 7 rupees I'll give you. If you give 70, I'll get 111. If it's not inflation index, 100 will just become 107. After inflation indexing, it becomes 111. This is more profitable, right? Government can reduce the coupon. Can is a good statement. We'll make the statement true. Can reduce the coupon rates on its borrowings by way of IBS. Yes, right. Index and inflation will provide protection to investors from uncertainty. Yes, it is doing some kind of protection, right? It's doing something good, meaning by giving protection against uncertainties, market uncertainties. What is the protection? If inflation becomes like, instead of +4, it becomes like +10 and becomes 110, you will get 117. If it was not there, you would have been a loss of 3 rupees, right? 107 you would have got. That would not be good. This is a very good statement. It gives protection against uncertainties. The interest received, the interest meaning this, in this case 3 rupees, or in this case like how much, 104 plus again 7 rupees, or the extra interest you get in this case or this case received, as well as capital you have gained, are not taxable. Why do you think Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am will not tax you? She'll tax you for everything. How can she say she's not taxable? Not is again an extreme word. Anything in India can be taxed. So 3 is wrong. If you eliminate 3, 1 is the answer. Easy. You look at extreme words and look at doesn't make sense, right? They can be taxed. Why should not be taxed? This was more economic conceptual thing. You need to be good with economic concepts to answer all these questions. Please focus on the basics of economy while answering such questions.